doing here? It's a bank holiday. What's that? Timmy fell down a well? I've got to kill them. Kill them all? No, sorry, you want answers. Of course you want answers. Yes, hello. Good morning. It's Friday. It's the 8th of May. It is a bank holiday. It's the anniversary of VE Day. Daily Mail called it the Victory over Europe Day, which we weren't fighting Europe. It's victory in Europe. But you can't expect a patriotic newspaper to get everything correct. So, anyway, good morning. And here are the answers. By the way, we did really well. Thank you to all that took part. Thank you to all that submitted quiz answers. It's one of the highest numbers I've had of people getting involved. I don't know what happened this week. People said they were bored. So I will take that. Welcome, bored people, to the answers to the quiz. Don't worry, it won't be my face all the time. And there we go. So, answers. What do we get? Question 1 was, which of the following have been done to one of the amazing Captain Tom? A flyover of World War II planes, thousands of birthday cards, honorary colonel, all of the above, and pretty much everybody got this. It's all of the above. He's all of those things. He is an amazing man. He topped £32 million. He celebrated his 100th birthday. The occasion marked with an RAF fly past and birthday greetings from the Queen and the Prime Minister. What gets me is that the NHS is not a charity. And the fact we've got a 100-year-old man raising money for it worries me somewhat. But amazing guy. Question 2, true or false? The Prime Minister recently announced that he believes the United Kingdom is past the peak of COVID-19. It's true. He said it on Friday last week that the UK was past the peak, or rather he believed the UK was past the peak. The evidence would suggest that maybe we're not. Question 3, what has NASA announced recently? And again, pretty much everybody got this right. It's going to launch its first crewed mission from the US soil in almost 10 years. They're due to take off from Florida's Kennedy Space Center on the 27th of May. Of course, astronauts are quarantined, and so therefore, that shouldn't be an issue. For which organisation is this building their headquarters? You were correct not to choose Dyson. That would be in Singapore. And most of you got this right. I was very impressed. Government Communications, sometimes referred to as the Donut, the headquarters of GCHQ in the suburbs of Cheltenham. It was opened in 2004. It's Government Communications headquarters. It's basically what they used to listen into phone conversations and record everything you do on the internet. No, really, they do that. That's legal now. I mean, they've been doing it for about a decade, but Theresa, Human Rights for Optional May, turned it into a legal thing that they did during her time as Prime Minister. So I guess they're watching this too. Hi, GCHQ. Question 5, true or false? Google reported its strongest revenue growth for nearly 5 years. Well, surprisingly, this is false. A lot of people are using Google, but advertising sales are not growing at the same rate. It's its weakest revenue growth first quarter of the financial year in nearly 5 years. And that makes sense. As people get used to the internet, they'll stop clicking on random adverts. Question 6. Prince Harry's recorded a special message, and it was indeed Thomas the Tank Engine. He introduced a new program called Thomas and Friends, the Royal Engine, which has a storyline that includes Harry's father and grandmother, Prince Charles and Queen Elizabeth II. I like the way they refer to Harry's father, that amuses me, as animated characters. If you don't get that joke, I'm not going to explain it. Question 7. What is the Swedish city of Lund using to deter crowds gathering for a festival? We did get 1 vote for the playing Baby Shark. Thanks, James. Shall we? We didn't get this one right. It is, in fact, chicken manure. Lovely. It's an effort to deter crowds gathering to celebrate Walpurgis Night, which is marked across Scandinavia. What type of animal is shown here? Overwhelmingly correct answers, and I'll be honest, I did not know. It's a tree kangaroo. Well done. The birth of tiny Goodfellow's tree kangaroo at Bristol Zoo is a huge boost for the captive breeding program for the endangered species. There are 14 species worldwide, of which 12 are endemic to the island of New Guinea. I don't think they mean endemic. I think they mean native too. Question 9. Why did Tesla have $14 billion wiped from its stock market value? You are correct. It was the boss of Tesla sent a public tweet saying he thought the company's share price was too high. Elon Musk also lost $3 billion of his own stake in Tesla as investors promptly bailed out the company. And he's done this sort of thing before. He's not a nice man. Question 10. The Queen recently had a birthday, but no public celebration due to the coronavirus lockdown. My heart bleeds. What birthday was it? 'Twas the 94th. The gun salutes and ringing of bells were cancelled, With thousands dead amid the outbreak, the Queen decided that the celebrated display of military firepower would not be appropriate. Yeah, think. Question 11. Last week, Australia celebrated the 250th anniversary. I'm not sure they celebrated. I think the white people in Australia celebrated this one. Of which British explorer's discovery of their country. He didn't discover it. He was just the first Englishman there. It was, in fact, Captain Cook. 29th of April 1770, the explorer James Cook arrived in Australia. He would later claim the region for the British Crown, in that way that white people do. One of the world's greatest explorers, is he? Is he though? But his legacy in Australia has been questioned by many indigenous groups. Funny that, but the question is fascinating. We got that one right. Question 12, cities are experiencing a lot less traffic due to restrictions around the world. This I was surprised to see everyone got it right. Literally everyone. Well done, you. It is, of course, Paris. It's the Arc de Triomphe, and it has a huge roundabout around the outside, which, as you can see, is empty. When I went, it was virtually impossible to drive around there. In honour of those who fought and died for France in the French Revolutionary and Napoleonic Wars, because it was built under Napoleon. Question 13. Again, we got this one right. Well done, everybody. Authorities in a Spanish coastal resort have apologised after spraying a beach with bleach. Zahara de los Atunes, near Cadiz, used tractors to spray more than 2 kilometres of beach with a bleach solution the day before Spain allowed children out of lockdown for the first time. The idea was that it would be safe to walk on. However, it has rather destroyed the local environment because it's bleach. Question 14. What is the national flower of Scotland? Sorry, shall we? It's not a rose. Everyone else got it right. It was indeed the thistle. It's a symbol of defence. England's emblem is the rose. I don't know why they brought that in. Wales has a daffodil and Ireland has the shamrock. That's also a symbol of the Trinity. Question 15. Boris Johnson and his mistress, Carrie Symonds, were proud to announce the arrival of their new baby. I bet they were. What is the gender of the baby? They mean sex. And you're right. 'Tis a boy. I love the fact that Showy doesn't think the public know. It's been everywhere. Because it was on a day when things were going particularly badly with the pandemic. Funny that. It's almost like the two things are connected. We only had 3 answers to this next one. Which country has this flag? But well done. It is, of course, Singapore. Next one. Which country has had the most COVID-19 cases? Well over 1 million. And I said before, we're not recording them in this country, so we don't actually know where we fit. But you are correct. It is the United States. They topped 1 million, and the death toll has surprised the total troop fatalities during the Vietnam War. It then lists the highest numbers of infections. It does not list the highest numbers of deaths. Funny. 18. Which country has Ankara? That should be spelt with a single R, as its capital city. And you were correct. 'Tis Turkey. Thank you very much for that one, Tabby. Question 19. What unusual decision did the winners of the Race Around the World UK television programme make recently? And you are right. I don't know what this is, but you guys seem to know. So thanks, Reese. They gave half of their prize money to help street children they met on their journey. Elon and Jamur Chowdhury won the 54-day race by just 20 seconds. They pipped husband and wife, Rob and Jen, in a nail-biting finish. I must assume this is correct. And immediately promised half of the £20,000 prize to charities after seeing children sleeping rough in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That's lovely of them. Question 20. And yeah, James, you're an absolute legend. You obviously got this one right, J.K. Rowling. She's donating £1 million to charities supporting vulnerable people during the lockdown. We shouldn't have to rely on... Anyway, half the money will go to Crisis, which helps homeless people, and half to Refuge to support victims of domestic abuse. Yeah, them are the answers. Them are the scores on the doors. What are the scores on the doors? Well, congratulations. It's our highest score yet. We got 19. I'm very impressed. Those chocolates are within our grasp. Come half term, we're all going to eat them and shut on our way. When we do get back, I'm hoping that the chocolates will be wrapped because that way we can dip into the same box and collect what we like without fear of sticking it in our mouths and making us all ill. I'm hoping it's not soon. No offense. I am missing you, but I'm hoping that we get to, yeah. Anyway, who knows? There'll be an announcement on Sunday. Dominic Raab said that there'll be no fundamental change on Sunday, but Boris Johnson does seem to think that there's going to be a massive change on Sunday. Well, it was lovely to talk to you, Year 10, even on a bank holiday. Shh, whisper it quietly. And yeah, I'll see you, or rather you'll see me, on Monday for the Monday registration. Have a lovely bank holiday. The weather's looking nice. Do make sure you get yourself a barbecue. And yeah, I shall see you on the flippity floppity.